Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another day in Crypto Paradise. Your host Superman in the house, and we've got some fun today. We've got Raoul today. We're going to hear from the very latest from him, of course, the man predicting the banana part of the market, and it does look good for 2026. So we're going to hear from him about that. That's the hottest, hot off the press. It's going to be a little bit of fun. We're obviously going to check out the markets, the stock market, the crypto market. Look at the future of crypto with Raoul. And we'll make a little extra comment there from Tom Lee as well. We're obviously going to get into Richard Hart bull posting, guys, bull posting. So everything's lining up. The stars are aligned. And yeah, we've got PulseChain markets to look at. We're going to be looking at Liberty Swap updates. Rack and Rochelle, of course, with Coin Mafia launch imminent. So there's going to be a token with that too. That should be interesting. And of course, then we're going to have a look at the ProveX update. I will be doing 2 shows today. So take note of that, 2 shows today, because we're also going to be interviewing True DeFi in about 2 hours after this show. So that's at 8 p.m. Eastern. So presumably I'm streaming at 5 p.m. Eastern now. So yeah, that is coming up as well. True DeFi, the team. We've got the whole team going to be in the house. So we've got Daniel, we've got Rip City in there. We've got Neil in there. So it's going to be quite a show. And yeah, look forward to it. And of course, Hexecutioner. What a name, Hexecutioner. So the whole team's going to be there, True DeFi. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to find out all about the project. They're going to give us a big overview. And then we're going to probably have a second show once they launch. So at the moment, it's kind of tentative, but looks like a pre-Christmas launch. So that could be maybe in a week or something like that. We'll see. We'll hear from the team and find out all the secret sauce there. And of course, that's all about doubling your pulse. So make sure you come back again a couple of hours to watch that. So it's going to be pretty insightful. We'll see what magic they've come up with there. All right. So don't forget to share the show around on X. That always helps, as you guys know. And if you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. We're on 3 YouTube channels, and hit the subscribe button. And if you're on X, hit the follow button, and yeah, share the channel around. Now, we had another great show yesterday. I did 2 shows yesterday as well. Holy heck, what's going on here? Double shows. And yesterday I did X1 as well. So I did PulseChain, my daily show, and then I did X1 show yesterday, and that was great. It was huge. So really big audience for that too. And man, it was exciting. It was really fun to do. So very, very cool. We got Crypto Dan in the house there. Big shout out there, Crypto Dan. Welcome to the chat as always. Hey, Superman. All right. So without further ado, let's get in and see what the results were for Thursday stock market. And let's find out how that all went. All right, so Thursday there, S&P 500 closes at record high despite Oracle drag on the AI stocks. So let's have a quick look at the results here. We've got the Dow Jones up 1.3%. OMG, that's a big move on the industrials there. Remember, Dow Jones got 30 of the top industrial firms in it, sort of a bellwether type of indicator. And that's up 646 points. Wow, that's pretty big on the Dow Jones. 48,704. That's amazing. Let's look at the max chart, shall we? We've got a little mini Mac chart there, and we can see that it's right at the top there, isn't it? So if we have a look at the last sort of 6 months and zoom in on that a little bit there, look at that all-time high. Wow, that's crazy on the Dow Jones. Crazy good. All right, let's go to the S&P 500. That's almost at all-time highs, showing here. It says closes at all-time highs. Well, it looks pretty similar anyway to 28th of October. That is up 1/5%, 14 points to 6,900. So we're loving these records. The NASDAQ at the moment is down 0.25%. And of course, that is down 60 points to 23,593 and just off the highs back when? October as well, late October. All right, US dollar depreciating still. We're down at 98, guys, down at 98. Benchmarking about 108 when Trump came into power, right? So that's kind of the plan. Commodities right now, we got West Texas at $57.91, down 1%. 55 cents. Man, it is really going down. That's crazily good. Trump is just winning here, man. This is crazy. Brent oil right now is down at $61.50. is down as well. Look at look at that. That's crazy. Look at that. Let's go to the yearly there. Look at that trend there. Oh my God, that's a Trump America, man. That is just taken off. That is to the downside. I did mention that apparently some of the petrol stations in America have gone below $2 on the gallon, so that must surely be widening. So pretty amazing there. It's cheaper than us buying a liter, I think. Here, it's like $2. I think it's like $2.70 something or something like that here. And we got an exchange rate taken into account as well. But yeah, gold at the moment $4,309, up 2%, $85. So a big move in gold. Silver up almost 5% on silver. This thing is just racing away, and we just talk about this for the last year and a half. It is just playing out like a dream. So yeah, up $2.94 to $63.97. Silver's up and away, and the target for silver was somewhere between $7,500 $25. And of course, not only is the speculation in there, but actually fundamental use of silver is in big demand, both in the military and the technology, right? So big time there. All right, so the only thing we had apparently a little bit of a hiccup with the Oracle computing. Apart from that, everything's looking pretty good. And of course, we had our interest rate cut, right? That was pretty cool. So everything heading in the right direction there. So that's pretty much the stock market and the economic news. Let's get into the crypto majors and see how they're going, because obviously the stock market for the most part had a really good time. So yeah, crypto market's not looking too bad either. Let's go to the full page here, shall we? Go bam, and let's have a little drink first. We've got the crypto market at the moment, $3.25 trillion, up 0.3%. Looking pretty good there. We've got Bitcoin at the moment is at 0.2% at $92,600. That's on Bitcoin. We're having a good consolidation above 90K for the most part. Ethereum at the moment down 3.1% to $3,237. But we're very bullish about where Ethereum's going moving forward. XRP at right now down 0.4% at $2.04. BNB at number 5 is down 0.9% at $885. Solana is up 0.3%, $136. Tron at number 9 up 0.1%, 28 cents. And Doge at number 10 down 1.7% at 14 cents. So those are our top 10 at the moment. Best performer is Solana, just beating up Bitcoin. Best performer over the last week has been Ethereum, up 3.6%. With Bitcoin up 1.1, everything else in the red, actually, which is interesting. Top 100, we've got Providence blockchain or hash up 44% for the week, so pretty good week for that. Sitting at number 73 overall. Zcash at number 2 up 30% at $455, sitting at number 27. Mincore up 12% for the week, sitting at 51. Mantle at number 4, up 11.6%. $1.18, sitting at number 41. Finally, our top 5 for the week in the top 100 is OKB, up 7.6%, but down today, but sitting at number 53. So those are the top 5 performers in the top 100. Top 1,000, we've got Jelly, My Jelly, BitLight, Impossible, CloudNet. Those are the top ones at the moment. That moves around a lot, right in the top 1,000. We've got Baldex at the moment, Pudgy Penguins, and Zcash are trending. So those are the ones that are hot to trot. And so Zcash there, being the second best performer in the top 100, is also getting some dominant trending there. But Pudgy Penguins keeps trending. Have you noticed that? So that's probably a good sign potentially for when we do get altcoin season. Pudgy Penguins might really be a standout there amongst the meme coins. So there we go. That is the crypto market at the moment. So up 0.3% overall, $3.25 trillion. Still a very baby market, right? The market cap. So we've got a long way to go. All right, so let's get into the video of Raoul. This just came out from Binance. So we're gonna listen to 2 different sections. So what's that? About 4 minutes, I think, or 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes long. So this is the first section is going to be why he's bullish about Q1 2026. And then, of course, when altcoin season flows into. Those are the 2 sections we're going to look at. This presentation just came out. The other thing, of course, Tom Lee's pretty much on the same page here around January, that if Bitcoin makes a new high, then pretty much the 4-year cycle is over, right? So that's kind of the general gist of it. So let's listen to this. I'm going to put myself on mute so we're not getting feedback there.
other factors in terms of what else we could see in terms of the macro side of it, right? So if global liquidity, so you think Q1 we could potentially start seeing that stuff? Right?
I think, honestly, if I'm right, because we know the SLR change comes in January, they've got to get through month-end funding or year-end funding for the banks, and the plumbing market is broken right now. They'll probably make an announcement about term repo again, a thing nobody understands, but it's basically pushing liquidity in to get through this month-end funding. That's going to help. And then really, all of this kicks in properly by January. And so if I'm going to be wrong, it's going to be if January and February don't turn out to be very strong months. And it should all set up to be strong.
So January, February, that's the point at which you'll say to yourself, the thesis itself could be called into question if it's not.
Yeah, that's when I will start asking myself more questions. My job is to build a framework with conviction and then be paranoid about it all day. And really, if I focus it down, is like I really want to see some strong price action, Jan, Feb, starting in December, and then moving through.
Okay, so this is the global liquidity.
And that will be the death of the 4-year narrative. The moment that happens, everyone's going to go, oh shit, we got this wrong.
Super cycle?
Yeah. And then it becomes super cycle, it's never going down again, which is always wrong as well.
Yeah, we always wish for that.
Yeah.
So then that's obviously on the side of global liquidity, how it's going to impact on all assets. And the thesis is then it's going to go into down the risk curve to all these other cryptocurrencies as well. We hope Bitcoin will rally above its all-time high again in early Q1. But what about the altcoin side of it? Because everyone here has been waiting for an eternity for altcoin season.
So why altcoin season hasn't really happened yet is because it's driven bizarrely by the business cycle, as all risk curves are. So small cap equities are the same as alts, which are just small cap crypto. They're all driven by the business cycle. So when the ISM survey crosses 50 to the upside, which should happen considering we've got fiscal stimulus and monetary stimulus coming next year, and Trump wants to win the midterms, so they're going to throw everything at a strong economy. Scott Bessent says it all day, every day, we're going to have a really strong economy. So that's what they're pumping. So we'll see the ISM survey come up. The moment that happens, people get more income, more earnings, and people push out the risk curve. And it happens in small cap equities, and it happens in alts. So that's the start of alt season. We saw the beginning of it as dominance started to break down. It's still washing around a bit, but the next phase will be the plummeting of Bitcoin dominance as the kind of smart contract world starts taking prevalence.
Okay, so one counter to that thesis, though, is the fact that the market structure has changed with ETFs. And one of the biggest things right now is the elephant in the room is
I forgot that I took my sound off, Wally. I forgot to put my sound on, didn't I? I always fall for that. It's an easy trick. All right, so yeah, I mean, Raoul there, just lined everything up, and that's pretty much what we've been saying on the show for some time. Now, timing has always been the problem. So note that timing is always the hardest thing in crypto or in markets generally. Because of various factors, but you've got lots of black swan events and other things that get in the road. So it is pretty interesting, but looking pretty bullish. Yeah, it's so easy to do. So easy to do. So yeah, that is where we're heading. So we're looking good. Feeling pretty bullish. into January, February, and maybe even have our little Christmas rallies that we're going to get. Yeah, maybe quiet between Christmas and the 10th when people are on holidays. Maybe potentially quiet during that time, and then really pick up on the other side of the 10th of January, which, funny enough, is when Richard Hart's got the Prevex sacrifice finishing. So, it's almost like he's aware of all this sort of stuff, right? So that's going to be pretty interesting, ticking off. So, yeah, pretty cool. We got the alignment of fiscal policy, monetary policy, and the real economy picking up. That's kind of all the logic there. And therefore, the manufacturing index could go into growth over 50. And things like the Russell and altcoin season should really kick off, and we already see the Russell starting to move up a little bit. All right, so let's move on. So that is our market there. Now I'm going to post this video in the chat there if you guys want to check it out in full, and I'd highly recommend you watch and listen very carefully and pick up that knowledge as you go. So there we go. That is the link there to that video. It's an interview, Raoul with the Binance. All right, so that is the key there. So January, we get a bullish month into January, early February, I guess. Then the four-year cycle is dead, and we've got this extended cycle. And then the worry becomes people saying that it's a super cycle that will never end. That's the other problem. That's the other side of the problem, right? So that is pretty interesting insights. All right, so talking about bull market and all the bullish alignment, well, Richard Hart's posting some bullish posts. So let's get into talk about PulseChain now. So bam. So Richard Hart posted this and another post out yesterday. He's got author unknown, and he's got this big post here, which is I don't know what will work. But I 100% know something. The frack will. I'm going to change the word to frack. PG channel, no, etc. Something that frack will, and we're going to try every single fracking thing. We have the dream, the chain, the stuff, the trading, the everything, the legal clarity, better on ramps. You fracking name it. We have fracking everything. Now we got to live the dream of just shilling. So there we go, guys. That is, and it's all in big capitalized bold. So you don't get much more bullish posting just about from Richard, except for maybe the words God mode candle. Maybe it might be or was it 13 parabolics? It's probably even more bullish, but that is pretty big. I mean, it's screaming, isn't it? Screams off the page at you. So that is from Richard Hart, and that was earlier today. Liberty Swap says we're at your service, indeed. So pretty exciting there, little post. Now, he did have another one with a bit more nuance to it. That was just before. It says, you have to hope other coins have not. Let me tell you how wrecked the big players in crypto are. The largest coin ranking site has been shilling a coin with their name in it, literally at the top of its 100 ranking. Yes, they actually put it on the top of Bitcoin for quite a while, weeks, and a big buy button is next to it. It has 7 million market cap, lol. CZ shilled the coin and couldn't get it up, so he bought 2 million of it, still couldn't get it up. It's lower than its entry after a month now. They may not be able to get it up, but I bet you can. Heck, I've seen what you can do. Your time is now. So that was from Richard there. So yeah, I haven't actually even looked at that, actually, to be honest. So let's have a look at coin market cap. I'm going to try and bring it up and have a look, see if it's still there, whether it's worth bringing up. Oh, it is too. That's embarrassing. Honestly, that's embarrassing. So this is what Richard's talking about. That's just shameful. You can see at the top here, you got Bitcoin, and above it you got CMC20, which is the coin that he's talking about there. That is just ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah. That's crazy, guys. It's kind of embarrassing, really, isn't it? What's the market right now? $6.6 million. That's unbelievable. Now, obviously, we're not in altcoin season and stuff, but the fact that it's pinned at the top there and it's not really moving much, that's pretty crazy. Let's have a look at the actual chart. Let's have a look. So that's the chart right now. So it's sort of just doing nothing much, just sort of moving in this. It's got a slightly upward channel, but essentially just sideways. All right, so $196 for that. $196. So that was Richard pointing it out, but his bullish post was pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Let's see who else has jumped in here. We've got Sean O'Malley jumped in the chat. Hey, Sean, big shout out. Welcome. Good morning, all. Wally says, the problem with bullishness is that I keep hearing yet nothing happens. November bullish, December bullish, now January, February. Don't get me wrong. I want it to. It just gets pure belief. Well, timing can be really difficult, Wally. And like we said, we had stock market rally quite strongly, and then we had the big liquidation event on the 10th with the market maker and everything else go off the thing. That took 8 weeks to wash out. So it's just, you can have a clear road, but when you get little black swan events and resets and market manipulation, all that sort of stuff, then you can have big problems there. And that's we've gone through that now. So theoretically, hopefully we'll get into that that perfect run that we see everything lined up, and hopefully we'll just have no more black swan events to take us off that track. All right, so let's get into the PulseChain results. So we're day 944 since PulseChain launched on the 13th of May, 2023. So 944 days. We're heading towards 1,000 days. Now, talking about black swan events, of course, we had the biggest one possibly. We had the SEC, of course, hanging over our heads from the 31st of July, 2023, all the way through to the 7th of July, 2025. So a long time, right? 2 years hanging over our heads. So that just shows you, what can happen. We also have a big sacrifice set on PulseChain, and we've had to work through a lot of that. And here we are today. So we've got PulseChain at the moment, quadruple 0204, up 3.6%. So it's starting to go green, which is kind of nice to see. We're up 20% of the mean sacrifice price. We've got PulseX at the moment, quadruple 0174, up 3.3%. The buy and burn sitting at 8.27% based on GoPulse numbers. Ink token at the moment up 1.8%, 84 cents, and Hex on PulseChain 3,700 of a penny, up 3.8%. EHEX at 1,200 of a penny. Combined price EX and PX at 4,900 of a penny, just under half a cent. And Hex at the moment looking very juicy for pickups at the moment. Very, very good juicy accumulations right now. All right, gas prices at the moment 300,000 beats, so a little bit higher than what we had recently, but still 0.2 of a penny for a swap. And a valid is at the moment 52,590. That looks like it's jumped quite big actually. It looks like it's jumped by about 250 or so, maybe even up to 300 from yesterday. So it looks like a pretty big jump. I'm pretty sure that's gone up there. Was it going down? I'm pretty sure. Is that going down? 52. Yeah, it's gone up. Yeah. All right, so let me go to the bridge. The bridge there, we're at 83.8 million. I think we're pretty similar to yesterday, right? I'm trying to think now what we were at yesterday. We were at 82.9 or we were in 83. I can't remember exactly. But it's a little bit better, I think. A little bit better than yesterday. We were at 82.9 yesterday. I kind of feel like we were, but that would indicate we're up about a million. So I just don't want to be, too bold about that claim. But certainly still looking kind of healthy for recent value. All right, we need EHEX to go up. That way it will jump back over 100 million real quick. That is GoPulse numbers. Let's go to the market. 5.6 million in volume, so very low volume. And we did experience quite a few days of high volume. Some days on the down, some days on the up. But at the moment, $5.6 million on a weekday, not so great. 216,000 transactions. So a bit slumpy on the old PulseChain. We do have a token here, Dunamis here, been around for 7 days, up 185%. UFO is at number 2, up almost 8% there. P2C peers as well. There's a specific peers up 7.6%. So all the rest of the peers are further down. Hex pump tires sitting at 0004900, let's say, up 6.7%. Nexus been around for 8 days. That is up 6.5% there. PMX 500 is up 6%. So we've got quite a few little oddities, haven't we, leading the way today. We've got Moonix up almost 6%. Trump on pump tires up 5.8% at the moment. Let's have a quick look at that. We'll zoom in on that quickly. It's still coming off the bottom there, but so is most stuff on PulseChain, right? So 000 5800. We got P Tiger. P Tiger's making a move there just as we're looking at it. I understand that Crypto Tiger God is ill at the moment, but the chart is looking fine and dandy. So he's going to be pretty proud of that. That's on the weekly chart there, pushing new all-time highs. There's the daily. So this previous one here, where it got sold down, it was up at 67 or 3/4 of a penny, and it's just about to take that out today, isn't it? Well, it looks like it might very well do that. I haven't looked at the RSI, but it's certainly looking good there. Let's go look at the RSI. Apparently, a lot of stuff is held by a lot of pretty tight crew of guys, based on, I think, Crypto God's saying. But once again, do go check that. RSI on the daily's certainly hot here at 72. 4 hourly, we've got a bit of room to move. Yeah, got a bit of room to move to take out the previous high. So we'll see if it does it. Previous high at up here at 7,000. So we're not far away from there. We'll see. So that is Crypto Tiger Gods. It's also got some peacock peerings, right? What else we got there? Sparta making a bit of a move, up 5.5%. Let's look at Sparta, where that is at. And no, I'm not going to say this is Sparta. Not the way it's supposed to be done, right? 1/1300th of a penny, and that is up at 2/10 of a penny, or 2 cents, sorry, right now. So it's a bit of a comeback there off the bottom. Bria, of course, getting the love because Coin Mafia is coming up. And Bria is supposed to be involved as an AI agent, presumably. Not sure if it's just Coinwell or whether it's going to be across the platforms. But here it is at the moment. 0002700 made a really nice go yesterday. Went to 3,000. Still a long time away off its highs, but certainly a nice re-rate there. RSI not fully oversold yet, but maybe it will top out a little bit here. We'll see. It's getting pretty close to imminent launch, so maybe we'll just blow past that. And on the weekly, got plenty of room to move. It's going to do something crazy. 45 on the RSI there. All right, so that's kind of cool. What else we got going here? We're up sort of around 5%. So we got like 12 coins that are over 5% on the trending here. Moving further down, we actually got Peacock making a bit of a move at the moment, up 5%. So Peacock there, which we're going to talk about now anyway. This is on the 5-minute chart. Well, let's go to the hourly. I don't know why it defaulted to 5 minutes, but we've got the hourly chart there. So our W pattern kind of got rinsed a little bit, didn't it? So now we're getting back into some sort of what do you call it? I've forgotten the names. It's in my head, but it's not coming out. Wedge, some sort of wedge developing there. Anyway, so at the moment we've got the daily chart, and we've got the 9-day is above the 34, and it looks like it might actually hold up there rather than get crossed below, which would not be sort of a downer, but actually looks like sorry, let me rephrase them. We got the 9-day in pink, about to cross the 34 in purple. There's one of the setups that I like, and we're about to get a bullish cross on that, so that is really, really bullish. So we broke out of this triangle, right? And it looks like we've got a continuing move on here, right? So this is really bullish. Right, so I did post this in the Strategy Club. You guys can check that out if you haven't joined. But this is looking really good. So this is on track for doing some good stuff in the Christmas and of course into the new year. Now the Peacock here is getting sunk supply a lot more. So there's a lot of small supplies being sunk. There's like 230 pairs or something like that now. So it's really setting up really nicely on the old Peacock. So that is pretty cool. And because we're talking about Peacock at number 15, it's up 4.5%. So we'll come back to that and talk about Liberty Swap in a minute. We've got Zero Trust up 4%, also tied into the old Peacock LP. ALGO there, Hex derivative up 4%, Hex around that same percentage. Scrolling down here, quite a few in the small percentages. Vouch up 3% at the moment. SolidX up 3%. Liquid Loans up 3%. Most Wanted up 2.7%. 9mm up 2.7%. Sword Sun Minimo up 2.5%. So just a little bit of gainers sort of creeping up. Will that mean that as we go through the day, we might get a bit of a pickup on the old charts across the board? Kind of looks like it's sort of teasing a little bit. Let's see if that does happen, but it's certainly looking good at the moment for a little creep up. Let's see whether that can start creeping up to 10% or something. That would be pretty neat. And get a bit of lift in that volume, get a bit more of that, those stable coins and everything else sitting idle on the old PulseChain, getting put to work. Some of the ones that are losing today, we got PHEN and Time Dividend, Staked ETH as well. The PulseChain fork, PNX, SCADA, Doubt Token, all a bit down at the moment. All right, so that's pretty much it on the markets. So real spread of tokens there, but we do have some of the big players starting to rise up there from the looks of it. So we'll be watching that. All right, let's get into the latest news on Liberty Swap. Let's have a look there. So at the moment, good morning, friends. Here's Liberty Swap. Tornado cash to ETH to PulseChain assets. OMG. So obviously we just had Railgun in the Railway wallet there. You can download that and start doing privacy addresses and on PulseChain with ETH, wrapped ETH. But they're working on Tornado Cash, and there was talk that it would be in the beginning of next year, but it looks like they're going to try and get it out all before Christmas. Looks like we have Railgun and Tornado Cash connections onto PulseChain assets. They're also going to try and tie in the Railgun privacy addresses into Petius, so you can do buying and selling as well, all private, which is going to be really crazy. That's going to be so good. They also indicated that they've had really good early adoption, which is pretty cool. And you do have to, there's hardly any education's gone out about it too. So, we'll keep a lookout for a lot of education videos, but that would be, real explosive from that. So really nice sort of ramp up there. So Liberty Swap. Let's see if they've got any comments in there. Actually, we've got to read the comments too, right? Because they have a lot of cool stuff there. What else there? Just don't look. I can't see anything in there. All right, so it looks like a couple of weeks development at least there. They got 2 weeks, which is always a bit of a joke, but we'll keep track on there. 4 hours ago, we can still offer some extra cool things before the end of 2025. Stay tuned. PulseChain will need to take over the privacy trading market. It does indeed. So everyone's excited about that. See what else comments they got. All right, so that is where we're heading there. Let's keep going. Oh, Pulse Vision has put out a Railgun tutorial, which is great. I was thinking of doing one myself, but I was a bit lazy. But there is Pulse Vision. Looks like they put out a video on Railgun tutorials, so that's cool. And I might repost that later on, but I'll give you the link here on YouTube. But that's cool. So if you want to learn, it's just quite simple. But if you want to get a nice easy video to walk through, it's always good. And that's Pulse News there, being reposted by Liberty Swap with a tutorial on how to use it. So it's kind of cool. I will save that and I might repackage that and post it out. What else we got going on here? 2 hours ago, privacy and customer support. We have set up a special code that is valid for only 24 hours for tracking orders and providing customer support for public and routes. Who need help can send us an order ID. There is no need to share a wallet address or transaction hash through X and DMs, etc. So for private transactions through Railgun, we are working on a UI update. It gives users clearer notification about their transaction status. This update should go live within this month, since the setup is quite complicated. So preparing, verify and sign, broadcasting complete. So there we go. All right, so that is coming from the team. So just doing they said they were going to do some refinements and additions to make that a bit better. Everybody talking about privacy and Zcash. Yeah, and that's we saw Zcash doing pretty well, right? So this is right time, right place. So that is some of the updates from Liberty Swap, building out some really, really cool privacy tech and opening up trading as well. So it's going to be a big deal. All right, so that is pretty much that. Let's jump on into the next big project, which is coming up. Launch is imminent. That's from Mr. Rackham Michelle. We've covered that sort of the last day or two, but that is getting pretty close. So Rackham says, as we gear up for Coin Mafia launch, the buzz is real. But let's address the elephant. I've seen the MEV bots front-running scripts and sniper farms queuing up on Ethereum and other EVM memory pools. You think you're ahead? The contract features custom JIT protection, anti-sniper traps for the liquidity pool, and on-chain monitoring ready to catch any suspicious activity. Fear for all, I'll watch your bots burn. And of course, watching the movie there, the ship gets blown up there. I haven't actually seen this movie. I really like that actor. Of course, he's from a number of movies, including Pride and Prejudice. He's a pretty good actor, and he does a good job of that. The ship's getting absolutely blown to pieces, which is pretty sad. By two kind of pirate ships too, which is the funny thing about it. Absolute carnage. you imagine the amount of wood splinters you'd have to be pulling out after that amount of wood splinters? We forget about the old way old battles were done with the old technology, right? The ships and the cannons. It's pretty amazing. Look at that. You're surprised that a ship went down, since that he doesn't get hit by anything, just about. Little debris maybe, but you would think with this sort of magical ability that he would actually end up winning the battle, because he'd be so gifted. But it's pretty dramatic. Doom and gloom. So there we go. That's a little bit of stuff from Rack and Michelle, and that is coming very closely now. It's going to have a token, right? So that's the other thing. Buzz is real. So we're going to have a we've got a little teaser here as well. Coin Mafia. So bonding curve with the token launch. So we've got graduated complete, trading on Uniswap V2 testnet. Graduated token is now live on PulseX for buying and selling. So kind of cool. Everyone's after the token address. Did see that, but of course not out yet. I also had this one. Snipers assembled. Already seeing hundreds of your degens with bot sniping and camping out our contract. RFL launches imminent. Spots are limited at the bottom. Don't sleep or you'll be buying tops. Get ready. So the token will be launched for it. We're going to see how that all plays out. Probably going to be pretty bullish. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly remind friends and family that Rack and Michelle will be setting up with the Bria community shortly. Thank you for your attention. So that's also putting Bria on the mat, right? So Bria obviously had a pump the last two days or so. So that's been pretty exciting. What else there? We got this one here. Coin Mafia about to drop the fattest launch pad in crypto history. 0% buy tax, anti-bot, every EVM chain, tax tokens, NFT mints in weeks, rugs, refunds on rugs. So, fixed up a lot of the issues with tokenomics. And so this could end up really taking off big time. So it's also going to have referral links. Imagine if we had hand one person the only referral link at launch with the highest commission rate ever paid on any platform. That single link could print millions. Think of it through long and hard. And of course, Joshua Wu there has the power to pick the person. So I'm not sure what's happened in that space with that, but that is some of the cool things. So yeah, it's looking pretty good, right? Looking pretty good. I think we read through this the other day. You went through all that yesterday, I think. But well worth checking it out. So if you want to check out the details, that is the link there for all the features that's going to be in it. And there will be a token, so that token is probably going to be pretty big demand, my guess, out of the gate. That's the link there, Rack and Michelle and Coin Mafia. But now we are probably going to have an interview with the team about that for Coin Mafia. At least some representatives, might be Joshua Wu or somebody. So keep tabs on that. Cheers, everybody. Hey, Jugaboos, good to see you. So that is pretty exciting, and that is coming up next. Now we also potentially have Vault 369, right? From I'm not sure if I've still got the website actually. We've got this Vault 369. So we also got that coming up, right? So Vault 369. This is not launched yet, right? But it is going to be a multi-chain, multi-collateral. So we've got some real heavyweight protocols launching at the moment, going through them. That doesn't mean that everything's going to ever be a success, but these ones are probably pretty highly likely. So we've got obviously Coin Mafia there, really changing the game on these bonding launch pads. We're up against Pump Fun and Pump Tires, and their superior tokenomic models for it. So they've really done some good thinking there. Now we also got obviously liquidity forks, so typically a single collateral, single chain. Well, Fast Abdul's who's successfully launched ink printer with the with the print token and the ink deed stable dollar, has done very well with that, and we now have 4 liquidity forks on PulseChain. And this is going to be multi-chain. So he's really innovated here. It's going to be multi-collateral, multi-chain for Vault 369. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this gets valued up. And of course, obviously going to be bigger. Is it going to be the sum of the parts? We'll see. Or is it going to be a bit more than that? Now, it's going to have some, DeFi strategies and things like that to sort of get more yield. So, and a few little bells and whistles. So it's going to be pretty fun. So another heavyweight protocol. and as I understand, the first of its kind in the liquidity fork space. So we should make a bit of news with that as well. The other thing, of course, it will probably play into some other things that he's doing, because he's obviously working on other projects and other team stuff. So we'll see how that comes into play as well. What else do we say about that? He's also, using ProoFX. ProoFX is going to be able to be used and earned in the protocol. So I think that's going to be pretty exciting too. I'll be the first user of ProoFX, as far as we know anyway. It's about to launch soon, so we'll keep tabs on that, and we'll see, find out how soon is. 2 more weeks or before Christmas. We'll see. All right, so that is 2 weeks is about Christmas, isn't it? It's about Christmas time. All right, so that is pretty much it. So we're looking forward to those. Those are 2 big heavyweights. Now, I reckon Michelle's also doing Coinwell, which also will have a liquidity fork in it. So that would get us to 6 liquidity forks on PulseChain. Would be pretty funny. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal. But that's going to be multi-chain too. So we're looking forward to that. So PulseChain's going multi-chain, and hopefully sucking the value from other chains into the PulseChain as a net flow. All right, so that is pretty cool. Let's get into the results from ProoFX. We've still got an hour to go, but hey, look, it's close enough. We're not getting the big end days except for yesterday, because we had that big whale, a PulseX whale selling down, moving in late into the sacrifice. But we are on day 30 right now, and we've got 1 hour to go. And the rate at the moment for day 30 is $1.72 for 10,000 points, plus the volume rank multiplier bonus top of that. So we're going to about to start day 31, and that's going to get the base rate up to $1.83 for 10,000 points. So that is where we're about to move. So we're really starting to slowly creep up through the steep curve here. At the end of the second phase, it's going to get to $7.40 on day 54, which is the 4th of January. Then we got our and you still get the volume rank bonus. Then we moved into phase 3, no volume rank bonus anymore. And then we've got, I think, 5 days after that through to day 59 with a flat rate of 75%. Presumably, this is where you win the OA comes in and snaps up a lot of the volume if it plays the same game as before. And I don't see any reason why it wouldn't do that. But you just never know. So that is the play right now. So that is what we're expecting to happen. At the moment, we're at 16,255,000. Now, I do have a snapshot from yesterday. So let me find out what that's looking like right now. We still have an hour, of course, so that someone could surprise to the upside. But we've had hardly any increase from yesterday based on the prints. $6,000 apparently. So after yesterday's whale, which gave us a surprise jump of about 450,000, something like that. Today, it's only up about 6K, which is probably much more what we expect. 319 billion points, pretty much the same. The sacrificing wallets have gone from 3,112 from yesterday to 13,148. So that has gone up about 36 sacrifices. But like I say, relatively small from the looks of it, if it's totaling 6,000. Now, obviously, the value can probably move around. I'm not sure if there's a snapshot value, but if that's the case, then that would influence the value. So we've got what else we got here? We've got the top wallet there, still dominated by the ProoFX pool with the Bucket Mentors team. That's kind of the retail, so they're still dominating that at 2.66 multiplier. That's pretty similar to yesterday, just up at 1,000th increase there. Number 2 wallet, which is the one that came in yesterday with the old PulseX cell, that's still sitting at number 2 with their multiplier pretty much the same as yesterday. And then number 3 is no change there. I'm just looking through all the wallets, see if any of these actually contributed to the increase. No change in the top 10. So none of them contributed, all the small wallets, basically. Looking at the recent amount, let's have a look at the actual chain values. So we're sitting in 11.8. So we've had about 3,000 bucks coming on the Ethereum chain. What else there? PulseChain about 3,000. So it's about 50-50 split between Ethereum and PulseChain actually, in terms of what's coming on the chain, and that's the bulk of it. So pretty much those 2 chains are the ones that were sacrificing there, about $3,000 each. All right, so it's game on for PulseChain. PulseChain really can rise up now. Right? So that's pretty much it on the ProoFX sacrifice. Let's have a little look at PulseChain. And we'll have a look at the PulseChain price. And let's have a look, see where that is. We've got some more comments in the chat there. Hey, we've got Neil in the house there. Hey, good to see you, Neil. Reposted the stream. Thanks for that. We're up 45 minutes on the hour here with the usual daily update show. So yeah, at the moment we got this is the 1 minute chart, so we're gonna have to go away from that. I don't know why. They said the other one went the 5 minute chart. I don't know what the heck. So anyway, we're at looking good here. So we've got the quadruple. We've got lots of green days in a row. Pretty modest too. So we obviously had a lot of resistance up in this resistance zone. Look at that. We've been rejected 3 times in there, and we're currently at 402,000. But we're at 2,000 is a key level there, and it's also around about the same price as I have the average sacrifice price, not the whale price, but the actual sacrifice price there. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. So what are we going to say about that? So yeah, we're coming up into this resistance zone. Very important that we get through that, in my opinion. And that also is where the 50-day comes into place at 2,300. So that's our next thing to get over this hurdle here. We have got a very good bullish sign coming up. So this 9-day in pink is getting up over the 21-day. Also, the chart is over the 21-day. So that's a very good sign there. So we've got 1, 2 good signs there. We did have a lot of resistance there at 2,100. But I think we're going to get pushed up there, and we've got plenty of room in the RSI at 51. So everything is looking good for the PulseChain to move up from my point of view. And we got the Prevex sacrifice now waning, and we did see a surprise large holder yesterday. But apart from that, I think we're still looking, assuming that doesn't happen, especially now the rate's getting even more expensive on Prevex, then that's all looking very good. So PulseChain looking good leading into the Christmas period. And he got Richard Hart bull posting. So there we go. It's looking good there. We might start to see a nice little creep up here on the charts. 2% at the moment. Let's see what it's like in a few hours. And of course, we've still got Friday, right? Friday weekday results to go through for a weekday move. So bring it on. Green weekend for PulseChain? Yeah, let's do it. We've got all the right setups for it. Let's do it. Green weekend. Bring it on. And maybe, just maybe, one of these might happen. Although, maybe later on, but maybe it might happen.
You could get a God candle at any moment. You could get a God candle, giant green candle, giant green candle. It's easier to get them because it's easier to get them economic because it takes less economic of it for sale because there's less of it for sale.
So that might happen. You never know. Now, some of the key dates were always interest rate cuts, so we haven't really seen that happen too much. But we have. What we saw? We saw the other couple of days ago. Of course, Richard moved a bit of money there from the old. I think it was from the old 4.5 million that was sitting on the chain. But with Raoul coming up, tied into Tornado Cash, things could get really interesting by January. It all seems to be happening at the right time, right place, which is kind of funny. Conspiracy. All right, so it's pretty hilarious. So yeah, we're looking good, guys. Looking good. So feel good about that. I feel good. All right, so we've got some good stuff there. What time is it? 48 minutes in the hour. We've still got a bit of time, I guess. I've got a second show on in 2 hours, guys. 2 hours, or hour and 55 minutes, and that will be with True DeFi or the True 2X team. So we're gonna have Neil, we're gonna have Daniel, we're gonna have Hexecutioner, which is quite the name, and of course Rip City, I think, will be attending as well. So there we go. That's coming up, and it's kind of like an index project, is the way I see it. So we're going to find out all the details there. And PulseChain does need index type of projects, so that's something that was kind of missing. We've had maybe 1 or 2 kind of variants on that theme so far, but this could be the big heavyweight one. So we'll keep a lookout. We'll see. The more people that get involved, the more successful it will be, as usual. But yeah, we're going to find out all the details. All the deets. All right, so that is pretty much that on the old pulse chart. What was else I was going to say? I think that's it, isn't it? I think that's it. Actually, I was going to break down CryptoSolve stuff, but maybe we'll do that on another show. Let's see. I don't know if I've got the links up and running yet. I don't have the links available. So I think that's it for the show, guys. 50 minutes on the hour. I think we're going to finish there. Everything looking pretty good. I think you can see in the chart, looking at the weekly on the old PulseChain. Looking pretty good there too. I think Hex is looking particularly good. And then PulseX looking good too. PulseX, of course, still got those rogue sellers, large sellers. But yeah, it is good times, I think, for a lot of the Richard cores coming up. And look at the chart overall. I mean, just look. Let's do full screen on that. Look at that chart overall. You can kind of feel that a very, very good chance, way more probable than not, that we're going to rally into out of here. So let's see where we go. All right. Was the bottom? The question was the bottom here on the pre-VIX sacrifice down at 1472. I feel like it was. So we've got the outside, plenty of room on the weekly, and at 38 for a mega move on the old PulseChain there. All right. Hope you enjoyed the show. I'll catch you guys in a couple hours' time, in 2 hours, with the True DeFi team / True 2X project. It's going to be kind of like I say, in-depth project. We're going to have some all the team, a pretty well recognized, well respected team. So it should be really insightful to come back and watch that in about 1 hour and 52 minutes. All right. Catch you guys then. Thank you, everybody, and bye for now.